Mimalenge sama tash tele naming tash pomoyi kanda New York New Jersey sani peki demelen zo kap job debe village ni am tering ne dang di chama cancer kanda same sab da same do di poni wanzo Miss Tibet tense peden la mora Miss Global 2023 la participate chiga dole te mola panepina sha gemi gi shumsap gemi gi new shugi chine ba ani Miss Tenzin Pelton la she's a Miss Tibet. She had faced an unjust exclusion from Miss Global 2023 simply because she wanted to represent Tibet. Not because of qualifications, but simply because she wanted to represent Tibet. This is unfair, this is injustice due to the pressure from the Chinese government to the organizing committee of Miss Global 2023 and the hosting nations, Cambodia and Vietnam. We're here to welcome her, Tenzin Pelton, who stood strong, who stood steadfast, and she was excluded from the participation simply because she wanted to represent Tibet. And she was not allowed to wear the Tibet sash, and also she was not allowed to wear the chua, which is the Tibetan traditional costume. And she was not allowed to say Pyegyalo, which is really sad at this time. And such a pressure from the Chinese government to the organizing committee, and for the organizing committee and the hosting nations to fall under the pressure is just not right, not fair. They have to do a better job. Such a big platform. And we have with us Tenzin Pelton La.
Clap, clap, clap. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah, a photo of Miss Tibet. Very good. She dropped those. Hey, this.
It's really sad and unjust that Miss Tibet, Tenzin Pelton, she went to participate in Miss Global 2023, but she was excluded not because of qualifications, but simply because she wanted to represent her country Tibet. She was not allowed to wear the Tibet sash, and she was not allowed to wear a traditional costume chua. Instead, she was given the option to wear the People's Republic of China sash, which is simply not fair and it's injustice. We are very proud of Tenzin Pelton for standing her ground, for staying steadfast, the perseverance. Thank you all.
Yes, yes. Kila.
I'm really sorry for what you've gone through personally, and you went there with a mission, with a goal. You took this initiative personally to represent Tibet and our country, and having to come back without finishing your participation in Miss Global 2023 is just sad. And what you've been through, can you kind of briefly explain what had happened?
It's a really sad experience that I've never imagined. I went with a lot of expectation, especially representing my country in a global platform. That was a huge responsibility on my shoulder. And so after traveling 26 hours, I was in Cambodia. And when I reached there January 2nd, as soon as I got there, I have no rest, nothing. I went to the first straight to the competition hall where every girls are present. I met so many contestants there, and So it was a sash and introduction round where I was not aware of it. My organizer said that it was an introduction round and you have to tell them what you're representing and what is the main purpose of you to be in this pageant, basically. So I was there, and when they announced my name, I was really proud. I saw my country sash right here next to Taiwan, Thailand, and then Tibet. And I see that Taiwan has an ROC, which means Republic of China. And I was a little bit confused. And then when they announced my name, I proudly went to there and I basically tell what I felt, why I was there. I told them I came from a very small town, small Shija from Palago, where I have a big dream, big ambitious. So just like I want to be a role model to all the Tibetan young women who are there, and that is my main purpose. And since I got this big platform, and I represent myself there, and when I said that at the end, I said that big yellow, and that was
Big yellow means free Tibet.
yeah, big yellow means free Tibet. That's the statement that I made it. And after the event, we went to the street to Vietnam, and I got stopped there in the border for a visa issue, where there is an entrance. Every border has an entrance. So there's me and a few more girls. We got stopped there. In the meantime, there's another guy who's talking to the organizer, and I was next to her. He said that Tibet and Taiwan can't be in this competition because since last night, since everything they broadcast on television, so that they saw everything. They saw my introductions about my Tibet, and they were so confused. They were like, "Oh, why? I don't know." They got a call from the president saying that there's something related with the politics, and I knew it as soon as I heard this. I knew it because I said "Big Yellow." It means free Tibet, but they have no idea about that. So, but the Chinese know that. So that's how Prime Minister called organizers, saying that they can't be in a competition. Even they made it to Vietnam and coming back to the Cambodia for a final round, we can't let them in. And that guy basically tried to come forward with my organizer whether Taiwan has an ROC, so they need a picture of this. If they have Republic of China, they allowed that. And they told me to change my country, which is so sad that they know that when I put the admission, I've been prepared for last summer, and I applied it for, especially for Tibet and Tibetan people. I represent my country, Tibetan and Tibetan people. They told me to change my country, which is not fair. That is not my purpose. And I told them, this is so unfair. And I know I can't do anything. This is like all the politicians, Prime Minister pressures a lot, and then Chinese basically it's ruled by Chinese government. It's really sad. And plus, this guy was basically not telling me, he was telling the organizer, and my organizer came and took him aside and says, "You're not supposed to tell this stuff in front of them. This is mind your own business." That's what they talk about. He came up to me, my organizer pulled my hand tight and said that, "Chances, listen, you were here in 2017, nothing happened, it's not going to happen anything." And I was like, no, even if I work so hard, if I think that, even if I give 100% on this competition, I don't think so. You're gonna, I could make it on the top. You're gonna pull me out.
There will be some kind of injustice just because you're representing Tibet.
And it was really sad. And then he said, no, it's not going to happen. Only this thing, he said that. So during a final round, you are not, so everybody wears sash. So I wear the Tibet sash. And they said that you cannot wear Tibet sash on the final round. And if you not wear, I make sure that all the girls not wear during that time. And I said, this is not unfair. If I got in the top 20, wouldn't you call me my name, Tenzin Kali, or you call me Miss Tibet? I don't get it, And he was like, oh no, only if you're not wearing the first thing, and then later you don't need to wear sash. This does not make sense. For me to represent the country, I have seen so many pageants. I've been doing pageants, and we have to wear the sash. And they're telling me not to wear sash in the beginning of the pageant. It's so sad. This thing happened, and it makes me so sad And I went back to Cambodia. It was a very tough situation because I got only single entry where I just came from Cambodia. I could not go back because they already stamped on my passport. And Vietnam cannot allow me. I was just stuck between. My organizer didn't even do anything. He was like, oh, you know what? You can come from the flight. They're not even paying for the flight. They told me to basically pay everything. And I went to the Cambodia and I stayed there in the marriage hotel. I was thinking the whole night, I'm like, what's happening, you know? Even if I work so hard, there's no point because it's already fixed, right? You know? And I was crying the whole day. I was so scared. My family was so scared. They've been calling me. And it was a really tough situation, to be honest. And then the whole 5 days, I got stuck there with no clothes, nothing, because all my baggage, my organizer took it to the Vietnam. And even he knows that I can't make it. And he's still promoting because, you know, we've been motivated. They have to pay for we're getting money from there. You know, it is really sad. So this is what happened to me. And
so basically during the introduction round, you introduced yourself, you said Tibet, you said yellow at the end. So that's what triggered the Chinese government to put pressure on the organizing committee and the hosting nations by calling the president, the prime minister to immediately stop, to not allow her to wear the Tibet sash, to giving her the option to wear the People's Republic of China, which is not the case. And we applaud you for standing fast, all the pressures that you've been through personally, and still standing your ground and fighting for your purpose, which is to represent Tibet, our country, and our people. And all the struggles that you went through, so an individual, a female, by herself, she traveled 26 hours, like she said, from US, from New York, and being stamped out of Cambodia, and not being let into Vietnam. Imagine the situation that she's been in. It's horrifying. And the Chinese government, this is a message to the Chinese government that you cannot stop us. We will continue resisting. This is a freedom that we're talking about. We're not gonna give it up. Imagine this is happening to someone from US traveling to represent her country at a bigger platform, Miss Global 2023. Imagine the case and situation going on in Tibet where there's no freedom for nothing. No freedom of speech, no freedom of religion, nothing. Under complete control of the Chinese government. Alright. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. So like you said, the role model that you set.
Woo!
Shushu kandugi chozo kanda wanzo della tenishuga periode. Chozo lagi samji So the principal morangi momala de periode momala no get ani jabyo da yawa da khop da disiyere morangi the neda kona samju do krenda morangi neda samji krenda the neda sense of samju tipo dora na ya kada mama lagi suana si mora kada nangi mora chipu joche ani dengan senangi langam da dan sense of thought kada chuyo na lang adi ba mama mora ni je bolo de de chiche ya byo da so na se sense of thought de kada dana na si instead lagi ani la sedela samsi kare do ada kran ni da bu da
это 뭐니 제가 누가 더 제대로 나타나서 저희가 이렇게 도와드리는 것이 생각을 때 뒤에 뽕으로 지혜가 뭐가 아니 봐도 지금 뭐 되게 communist 지금 다 보면은 남이가 일단 가서 아마 가서 그냥 맞은 남이 참가를 했어 쳤어 아마 그러니까 시키는 거 가르치는 거 좀 이해는 뭐라 제가 지금 완전 이제 뭐 수도 있다는 거 뭐라 이제 심추를 받다 샘바다 이제 차이 와 디비디 지금 완전 뭐라 봐 가요 만에 카라카가 지금 그게 배다 미리기 민키네라 그런 요래 그런 지내라 그런 디치니 샘바를 디치니 대라는 거 지금 뭐라 못히네 근데 지금 이제 나이가 아니 이게 일단 완전 남미면 정말 나라서 되게 미리기 체들다가 목에 디치네라 이 완전히가 뭐라 요 여기 지겨져라 이게 벽이 체들라 민기 쌈에마다 내가 뭐란 게 오늘 벽이 민기 cap내가 왜 이렇게 지겨져가 가지고 오늘 그런 게 뭐라 요 이슈
아니 근데 먼저 나리 속에 종종 주고는 나지 회사 주고랑 상주도
공부제를 듣는 게 나가서 편집되잖아. 아니 우리 정도를 때문에 했으라 레토하고 시장 수준이나 가고 세대랑 수가 나온다래. 세대랑 수가 나온다래. 이 남미가 공부에 수가 나온다래. 미리 인베이션 편집되는 통마들을 공부에 아니 원래는 제수나 공부에 투지치에 시슈에 공부돼. 아니 이거들에 가르친들 좀 수업이나 먼저 우리 참여기 신부의 캠프에니까 조디 먼저 전주나의 어디를 유니기 아니 즉 부접체는 그리 부회탑체는 그들과 개미기 루슈 비감스 저기 그나마 가족의 동선다 강력이 먼저 초록을 해서 굉장히 이제 먼저 탑주들 무튼 내고에 지금 탑주들의 비중과에 탑주들의 참여원이 전환난 거에 긴군난 거에 보다 쪽으로 가시면 먼저 민지 공부할 때도 쉬고 굉장히 그런 견지 배달하기 때문에 캄보디아다 베트남라도 개미기 챈들도 농바지기나 공부 뭐랑 민도다 로고 정전에 배트에 그런 거네 전에 뽑아다 딩주 쳔보를 야보를 빼면서 가오지 오수에 딱 니나는 니가 망고지를 동네전에 그대기 천들 확인하는 거니 그대기 딱 한다 닝레 예달레 하나씩 게 결절로데 그대기 그제를 이렇게 그냥 빼줄 주는 게 그대기 오늘 와다 자물린 이제 최저적인 날이야 편도가 돼 시작이 가오죠 빼면서 가오죠 겹죠 이 인도가나 당신이 캐나리아 오늘 전대내를 내주는데 망고지리야 현재 운영수전에 까동체리 비양 끓이 포산에 까동체가 돼서 오늘 그대기 예가지 됐어 아니 마지막 간디기 수가 나온다래 이거 내가 같이 그랬다 시세 망부여로 굉장히 내단찬이야 가서 그러다 직선이 개에 개무쇼에 담아들 두 번째 그래서 근데 두 번째 가도 제가 통보할 수도 있다 나도 그든 제가 통보하기 이해가 되었어 굉장히 인텐스 배달을 그냥 그냥 오늘 그래서 진짜 같은 뽑아치고 같이 그래서 아니 이게 이내야 딱 나도 인텐스 배달을 예태 땅에 거리 중화될라야 못해 캄보디아에 아니 베트남에 예미쇼가 우주랑도 보다 참내 오늘 못해 전혀 초과하기 힘들다는 걸로 양을 빼면서 얘기했습니다. 이게 무슨 맞으면 마음만 양양양양양 용대 차이. 이게 무슨 처음에 그것이야 된다. 아주 시기 가지고 있는 시기는 아주 남궁에 좀 다리 이메일 맞아야 되는데 겨울은 이제 별도들 먼저 찍자고 그랬지 수요. 굉장히 남의 돈에 땡땡 아주 네 개가 숨들이야. 아주 올라 개가 수만 년도 돈에 빼고 우리 제일 초과들라 그거이 샤로나로나 대변나로나 디티베르 네들 말에 텐지베르 게르피오 마타 그 스타일의 텐디 피베 네 인디 참에 공부하셔로나 정말 투지체 테스트래
핵 옐로우